You know they are out there. The things that we can't explain. But that doesn't mean that we stop asking questions. On July 17th at 6 p.m., 606 Paranormal and Chris Lone Media will make yet another presentation at the Estill County Public Library. This is your chance for an evening of questions and experiences. There will be precautions taken. Some waivers may need to be signed, but you will have a chance to see the dolls and ask questions. These are some of the most haunted dolls ever assembled. Don't miss your chance to see the 2023 Haunted Doll Tour, July 17th at 6 p.m. at the Estill County Public Library. I've never seen anything like this.
George.
Is there anything?
Can you come through and talk to anybody that's in the chat room? No, progressive.
God. Jody,
Progressive. Stop.
A couple of new things in the opening, huh?
Awesome. We loved it.
Thanks. Oh man, if all the world is a stage and we are but actors, then we should be excited because we've got a lot of things happening. For starters, I'm going to go ahead and make the announcement. For the next hour, roughly, we are here to do what we can to help and to just put out there what Stace knows, what Lloyd knows, what I know. That what happens after this life is that this life goes on. It's not our job to expect you to believe anything. We don't expect anything like that. We're just putting it out there and letting you decide for yourself. And the Haunted Doll Tour, of course, coming up next month on the 17th at Estill County Public Library. That's going to be something that I don't think you're going to want to miss. But the big one, gosh, please try to make plans to get out of work or whatever it takes, is in October. Oh, my, at Laurel County Library with a big screen. And trust me, I hover to a big screen like a moth to a flame. The gatherings contact will be Monday, of course, and now it is Patreon only. Our Patreons got that message. And for the first few episodes, it'll be available on all tiers. And then after that, it's going to the $5 and above tier. And there's a reason for that. You see, we are limiting the gatherings now to about an hour. But Contact is a flippin' free for all. It's a.
We love those.
Do what, honey?
We love those.
We love those. It's anything goes as long as it takes until our butts are dragging like old tired dogs. Now, it will be this Monday, but after this Monday, effective, what was it we said, sweetie? July.
Sunday?
Starting July 2nd, they will be Sunday evenings. Sunday evenings. And the reason for that is if we're going to do a free-for-all, and it's just going to be 1, 2, maybe even 3 hours, that's not a good idea for me to do that on a Monday. We are some of those people like you guys that work for a living. So Mondays are like dragging rear end day, but Sundays are pretty cool. We can swing that pretty easy. And you are going to see things like videos, investigations, clips of investigations. Stace, you have got a new doll coming, one out of which Lloyd has, and I don't blame him. This is one time it's hashtag scared Lloyd and Chris.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm right there in the
I
boat.
love it. This
I'm
is
right there in the
great.
boat with him. But let me
I
tell
mean,
you,
I have to agree. I mean, this is something that we've
oh my God,
had discussions
I just
discussions
sounded like
over.
Lloyd Gullett.
Yep.
I really did. I just sounded like Lloyd Gullett. Oh
Yep.
God, yeah, I did.
Oh God.
But I get it because we have a special
Sure.
preview, and what we are going to do is show that we have created about a 4-minute mini documentary on this doll. This is how this thing, and when you see it, um, I got to put it out there. The energy that this thing. Now you won't actually get to meet the doll until Monday evening on Contact, and it's a Patreon thing only. But trust me, there's going to be so much more that's going to be worth that $5 or $10 a month.
Oh
We
yeah.
have several $10 a month patrons, and several five, and by stepping this thing up the way that we're doing, it's going to cost a little bit more to produce, a little bit more to have this thing hosted. I mean, it's not a great deal,
But
but
so worth it.
it's so worth it. Stace has seen the mini documentary that you're getting ready to watch. And the best thing I can tell you is turn up your sound, turn down your lights, and gather attention to this.
If any, and I'm just going to put it out there, like we did, with Sigmund and the rest of them.
Yes.
If you are bothered by hideous, and I think honestly that would be the word I would use for this one. How about you?
Mm. Oh, yeah.
If you're
Hideous is a
bothered
good
by
word. Hideous
hideous,
is a good word.
very very scary looking dolls, you may want to skip out on this for the next 4 or 5 minutes
Mm-hmm.
because we gotta put that warning out there. Not
Yeah, because
responsible.
this thing is. You think Annabelle, the movie Annabelle, the doll in the movie, that version's completely different than the real Annabelle. The real Annabelle looks like a Raggedy Ann doll, but the creepy, yeah, right there she is. Oh God, I love that. But if you think that doll's creepy, you ain't seen nothing because this one ain't a movie doll; it's a real thing.
No,
It is
this
very
one's
much.
real.
Anyways, if you guys are ready to see this, we will go ahead and roll the footage. This will be the only time we'll probably run this one more time tonight on the gatherings. But after this will be the only time that we do an intro like this on here. The rest of
Yeah,
it.
all right.
Are we ready? You ready, Lloyd?
No.
Lloyd's seen it too, and did he freak out?
No, he looked when he first saw it again, and he's out. He got out. Mm-mm.
Yeah, you don't want nothing to do with it.
No.
That's how powerful this thing is. So, okay, so ladies and gentlemen, roll footage. New York. It's a place that's well known all over the world. It's said that there's something for everyone in one of the largest cities in the world. It is a melting pot of all of the world's cultures in one place. Many people call it the city that never sleeps. It seems like there's always something to see or do. But just as it has its bright side, it also has a dark undercurrent that can make winter's breath itself feel a chill. We go to the Big Apple to discover the newest addition to the haunted doll collection of 606 Paranormal. But be warned, this is not for the faint of heart. You see, there's this collector, the macabre, that lives near the city, and decided to call upon 606 to take in a new resident, a troubled tenant that is very strange. The collector noted that since the doll had entered their collection, she would hear it whispering the word burn. It was then that she stated that in her mind, she began to see Agni as a voodoo priestess. That was when she said she had enough. Oh, she knew that what she had was far more than just another creepy doll. In fact, it was haunted. Very, very haunted. The collector had done research and discovered 606 Paranormal and their work with such curiosities, and sent the doll to them. Arriving only a few days ago, Stacia Underwood Gullet opened the box, unwrapped its contents, and was taken aback by the energy the doll produced. This is Agni. For some reason, I'm wanting to call Russell Crowe and tell him to get his arse down here. The Pope's exorcist, yeah. That doll, when I first laid eyes on it, I was like, you have got to be kidding me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I only have a theory, and it's just a feeling. That doll's haunted, yes, but somebody tried to get rid of it by burning it.
I don't know. She didn't know. She just, when she
Yeah, he's in the
contacted
chat
us.
room right now. Tracy. There we go. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, Stace, but we're going to find out more as time goes on, just like you always do. You're a great investigator.
Thank you.
Wow, Barry, really? It's not KFC, Barry, for God's sake. But yeah, this is one of those things, though, where that energy, when it hits, you can feel the malevolence coming off of it.
Right.
There is no, oh, pitiful, oh, sad. There's, oh, hell, where is the trash can? That ain't going to stop it.
Yeah. No, it caused problems for her grandkids. It's caused problems for her.
Now, she doesn't live in New York. It's just outside of, right?
Right outside of it.
Okay. But I mean, that is just, oh man. I thought when I saw Reagan, we hit the pinnacle, the top. That they don't come any scarier than this. That shows what I know.
She's
Because
afraid to throw the doll away. She's afraid to burn the doll. She's afraid to do something with the doll because she's afraid it's going to come back on her. And she's like me. You see all kinds of things like this that actually happens, and you don't want to bring anything else in on your family. Her grandkids, I think she said they're like 5, and I can't remember. We talked
young,
lengthily, but
young.
it's attacking them. It's caused a lot of havoc.
The thing about it is Lorraine had once told me when we done the interview thing that some of the worst thing you can do is, of course, bring a Ouija board into your house and not know what you're doing, and invite something in that you don't want in. Unintentionally, of course, but it still happens. She said, but what's even worse than that is when people take these Ouija boards and they break them and they throw them in the ground and they bury them because then they've released whatever to do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why she kept all of those artifacts. And she had dolls, masks. Lloyd's got some masks that are, ew. And he keeps trying to pawn them off on me. And I'm like, let me think about this. Hell no. But
That's why he wakes up screaming.
I ain't got no doubt about it. But anyways, when you release something like that, that's why she said that they keep them there, because there they can keep things intact or in check, under control, that they can keep stuff in tap and make sure that it's not doing that. And that's exactly why you do it, yeah, I got to say this, Rachel. Mm-hmm. Rachel's like, no doll, I want no way. Uh-huh. And then of course, we've got Brooke.
Bring something like that into your home and bring bad luck on your children or even the elderly, or these things pick on things that are weaker, like children.
Well, that's how they do. Remember last week we talked about the 3 stages of demonic possession: depression, oppression, possession. Mm-hmm. And basically what they're doing is they're wearing you down until
that's what
you
this
just
is doing with her.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually showing itself to her now as like a Marie Laveau type thing.
Oh dear God, she was a voodoo priestess.
So that's how she explained it.
And that's exactly what she told you, that she saw a voodoo priestess in her mind.
That's how it's projected. If it's not actually the doll itself, if it's being controlled by a spirit or whatever, she is now seeing it as Marie Laveau. And she said,
"I'm not sure who Marie Laveau is. Look her up on Google. She was kind of a hierarchy in the voodoo world. I know very, very little about that, but I do remember, and I watched him on interviews. Ed Warren had said there's something to it. It's real, and maybe it's real because we put so much belief into certain things, or maybe it's just real, because it's like I've always thought, it doesn't matter if you believe in God or not; He believes in you, and the same goes for the guy downstairs. And his greatest trick is to make you think he don't exist, because if he don't exist, then there's no price to pay and you can do whatever you want to do, which is exactly how he has sunk his hooks into this world today, I do believe.
That's true.
So let's take a look at some of our, well, first let's give some acknowledgments here, shall we? I want to say we got a lot of people in the chat room tonight, and I really appreciate you guys being here. Stephanie and Maddie Blankenship. And Maddie, I love you. I hope you get well quick, baby girl. Tracy Ferguson, Helen Prater, Heather Kiesling. I'm getting ready to throw the phone out okay, that's Barry. Let's see, of course, 606 Paranormal. That's my girl. Let's see, who else do we have in here? We've had several. Of course, Barry Penix. I'm scrolling down through here. Lloyd Gullett, my brother. Rachel E. Just all kinds of people. And guys, if I miss you, just Esther Burrows. I think we met Esther at the
we did, yeah.
County. Yeah,
hey,
super sweet lady. You're just fantastic. Yeah. Great people up there that came out for that. And it just goes on. Of course, Brooke Casey. I don't want her to say my chop liver, because I'll hear about it the next day. That girl handles my medicine. I got to be careful with her. Mm-hmm. And she said, "Love you." Okay, thank you very much, Maddie. Love you too, sweetheart. And me want that new doll. What you want is a shot straight in the ass of some kind of a sedative is exactly what you want. So it's just, no, they shipped the doll, right? So you didn't have to go get it, because I cannot see Lloyd Gullett letting that thing in the car with him.
No, he will not.
Hell no.
I told you, it ain't happening.
It's over. This is some serious stuff. There's a lot of things I haven't said along with it.
Now, question though, are we going to bring her out? I don't, because the Haunted Doll Tour is 606 Paranormal's thing. Chris Lone Media is there for support, to film, and to create, some kind of a document or a documentary about it. Because I really think that when Stacy had this idea you kind of broke the mold on that one. I think that it was a great idea.
I just
Are you going
decided
to
to let
bring?
everybody know about it.
Are you going to bring this new doll into the tour?
I don't know. I'm thinking once I see, get a feel for it, get it blessed,
Get a cage
maybe,
for it or a
maybe.
case?
I already have one bought.
Okay, great. And have the casing
I
blessed.
sure don't want anybody to touch it. Absolutely wouldn't take a chance on it for anything.
I mean, I remember walking out there that day and just taking Reagan from Lloyd because we
Oh,
all know
you're
Lloyd.
blessed.
Lloyd does not like that, and I love Lloyd to death. So I thought, well, you know what, it doesn't bother me, and the reason it doesn't is because, according to some friends of mine who are gifted, I've got not one but three guardian angels around me because I'm supposed to do something. Um, and I've got Stacy's protection, who is constantly saying, "Bless him, Lord, please just take care of him." Even though I know two out of the three angels I've got are going, "Dear God." But I just picked up Reagan and took her inside. I don't know if
She's
I'd do that with this one.
I mean, hey, we'll get a feel for it. I'm going to see what it does. I'm like I always do. I put cameras on them all through the night.
Mm-hmm.
I
I can
just
imagine that when you go
check
back
it
and look at
out.
that footage, sometimes you see some strange stuff.
I usually do it first thing in the morning. I come in here and get it and check back through and
What's the
every night.
strangest or what's the most creepy thing you've ever seen?
Um,
Reviewing the footage.
just really, I mean, nothing really ever strikes me. I'm just used to it. I've seen so much, but them just kind of scooting up and then falling off themselves. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, let me get in the floor real quick for you so you can pick me up again.
It's almost like
Genie
they want to be
always like
held or want to be
that.
touched.
I've seen all kinds of crap.
Yeah, I mean,
here.
we see some stuff. I mean,
I
we'll see
imagine.
them, their head move.
I mean, when you're getting like radios coming on by themselves and plates are moving, like kind of plates are kind of sliding across the table, and like the masks that I had are flying off the wall. Yeah,
It's like alone in the dark.
Well, you want to hear something odd?
Pretty cool.
When we debuted that short documentary on the burn doll, help me with her name again. I'm sorry, Stace.
Agni.
Agni.
diarrhea.
There was diarrhea, cha cha cha, diarrhea, cha cha cha. There was this huge
We're
stump.
laughing until he gets here, and then we'll hear what you say.
Yeah, exactly right. That's what I'm afraid of. But there was this huge thump that shook this townhouse, and I'm sitting there going, my brother's upstairs and he watches, but he's a $110. He don't weigh any more than a $110 tops. Actually, I think he's a little under just a bit under 100. He's very thin, so he could have jumped off the bed and it wouldn't have done that. But this was like a boom, and I'm like, the hell? Okay. And then while the video was playing, I just said a short prayer. Heavenly Father, surround us with your love and light. The light of God loves us, or the light of God enfolds us. The love of God surrounds us. Keep us safe, please.
Power of God protects us.
Oh yeah. There is nothing more powerful than God. No one, nothing. God is it. It. So if you've got him on your side, then like the Bible says, who could be against you? So, let's see here. We've got all kinds of things. Oh yeah, there's Stephanie Blankenship. Hey, Stace. All kinds of people talking to us. People going live, and I will get caught up with posting the chats up through here as we go. I love what Rachel said though. No doll. That's no doll that I want. No way.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, Brooke. I love you too, sis. But this thing, be done quick. Google search from the buckwheat from the Little Rascals. Smiling could be you decide. No, not that doll. That doll is that's more like a Constantine. John Constantine would say, "What the hell?" So it's that thing is just that's just out there. So, anyways, we are set to go with a little bit of the portals. If you want to get started with that, like I said, we'll be ending tonight. The gatherings is going to be a little shorter, so we can accommodate a longer thing on the contact because even though we pay for this thing, it gives you so much time a month, and we've never come close to it. But I got a feeling with contact being Patreon now, because with Patreon, with contact, the gatherings contact, we are going to talk to people individually as we go down through there and actually have
Yes.
conversations back and forth and see what we can do to reach out to the people you love. And if you have other issues, we would love to try to help with that, including getting counseling for grief counseling, because this stuff is real, people, and it does not go away. Nothing burns my ass more than when we lose somebody and some of your friends say, why don't you just get over it and move on with your life? I know I was that guy that told somebody that I love and care about that once. And then I lost my parents.
Yep.
And I was like, it doesn't just work that it just does not work that way. You don't just get over it. You never get over it. You gradually learn how to exist. You gradually learn how to move forward, but they're always there. They're always in your heart. They're always in your mind.
That's
And
right.
that's what we want to try to help people with, is to get moving back forward with life and not sitting there spinning your wheels, because nothing is worse than that, because it never goes away, and it never will go away, but you never learn how to cope and you never learn how to deal with it. And we want to try to do that for you. This has helped me so much with this program and learning how to move forward from the death of my best friend in this world, another wonderful friend in Ollie, and then my mom and dad and the other people that I've lost along the way too. That is why that's what this thing has turned into for me specifically. Each person has their own thought
Lars.
and their own way of looking at what we do here. But I do appreciate you being there. Stace, how active is it?
Oh, it's been nonstop since we talked earlier. Um, I've heard a few names come through already. It
Okay,
just said
well,
Lars. Actually, just said Lars.
we know what's happening now. What I do is I switch sides so I can go to a much smaller screen and focus on Stace. Stacy, love you, honey. The floor is yours.
All right, babe. Okay, so you were coming through earlier and you were telling me a story. Could you repeat some of it, or can you tell me who you were talking about? She needed food. Who did? Do you know of somebody? Are you trying to tell me a story about someone in our area? Can you tell me their name? I know you've said Helen already tonight. We heard Helen come through.
No, come on, don't be shy.
We also heard Barry come through. They're on here. Listen, if you want to convey a message. Mother of God. Did you hear that? How soft that was? That was. Did you hear that, Chris? She said, Mother of God.
Yeah, I heard it, Stace.
Love
Very
you.
soft
I love
voice.
you. Very soft. I haven't heard that one before.
That's the first time for me too, but that's not uncommon for us to hear that on here.
That's true.
New people, new voices.
Hey, does Barry need a lawyer again? I'm telling you, I heard it last week. I talked to him a few days ago, and I said, "Did you get your lawyer yet?" No, that's Loretti. I showed Chris. She's not scary. You think everything's scary.
She's got real scary eyes.
You just think everything's scary. I don't know why.
That's why he's hashtag scared Lloyd.
Boy, that's the truth. Somebody named him correctly.
Listen, I can't help it. This little exclamation points. Heebie-jeebies.
You were saying Lars earlier. Is that one of the haunted dolls that you like? I'm going to turn this back up. This one's just too low. You have to work on the speaker, on the portal. There he goes. Come through and talk to me in the portal.
Dog.
Daddy. Did you say Danny? I said Wendy. There it goes again.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a message for Wendy? She's wrong. How? Wendy again. What can I tell Wendy? Gray truck. Are you going to play the music for me again? That sounded like it was gagging. It must have seen the new picture of Agnew.
It's dirty.
It's dirty. What is dirty? Wendy is dirty. Wendy is dirty. It probably is here. I'm telling you. Who is Wendy? Can you tell me who Wendy is? Something kitten?
I don't know, but if it comes up with Wendy and then Ronald McDonald, we're going to have one hell of a party on our hands.
That sounds pretty good at the moment.
If it's just Grimace, I'm out.
Yeah. Grimace is too much.
Don't you do it.
Or maybe the Burger King.
Yeah, Brooke, I'm expecting that at any moment.
Acknowledgement to a new Patreon that just signed up and joined, Angela Oakes. Thanks a lot, Angela. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Angela.
You guys make this possible. Yeah, that's exactly right, Barry. Wendy and Ronald at the Burger King house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, it is not one world.
A prescription, not resolved. That was another voice. Who had a prescription?
Commandment.
A commandment. What commandment? Can you tell me? Barry. Here we go, Barry. We must. He answered her back. Did you hear that? She said must, but he said we must. I don't know. Barry says he is here, ready to hear your message. I know last week you had a pretty lengthy message for him. There we go again.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you. There we go again.
I'm telling you. Barry, I know some good lawyers if you need one. Dewey, Cheatham, and Hal.
Ooh. Okay, the portal is doing some funky stuff tonight. Are you active because of the babies? Because we changed Lars's outfit. Mm-hmm. We spruced him up a little bit. Is that okay?
And you have new dolls, which is new energy.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, I gotta put some hand stuff on Lars and start protecting his little skin.
Yay, Chris, thanks.
Johnson & Johnson's baby lotion.
Oh God, there goes Loretti.
What's Loretti doing?
Did you hear her making them noises again?
Oh, yeah.
Every time
Yeah,
she
she likes that piano, don't she?
she gets started.
Stacy has a haunted piano in there, which is like a child's story from the 1800s, if you didn't see it last week. And Loretta, hello, baby girl. Well, yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure I almost sprung a leak on that one.
She yeah,
Boy, they're going to put us both in the funny farm. You know what?
I'm going to have to put plastic in the
weird
floor
girl.
so just in case I drip.
Start wearing the pins on the show.
He does. He does not.
I love it when the spirits or the other side actually comes in and chimes in with their 2 cents. I love that. Could be on the way to that.
Is that your favorite song that you're playing for us? Is Tina here? Did you hear that? She does. She likes that baloney. That's what she said.
Now, you know what it does to you.
The more we ate, the hornier we go.
I love it. I love that part. I swear I did. I don't know what was funnier, her saying that on the air or Dewey running in and out of the truck to get into the radio station to get it off the air.
Yeah. There's that one that does that one all the time. Well, he's back.
Yeah.
And it's just oh gosh, Brooke, I hope so. If Tina can come through, I would love to speak to you. Would that be possible? Wait, let me turn the portal off for a minute. Turn the portal down. Let me listen to this other one. Barry says the gathering sponsored by Depends. When things really get scary, Lloyd swears by them. Get yours today.
Thank you. Please tip your servers. We'll be here all week. Goodness.
I'm going to ask again if Tina can come through. I know your voice. And I know it's you because we have done this so many times, girl, together. Oh my God! Did you hear that, Brooke? Oh my goodness!
Can you repeat it, Stace? What did it say?
Sound like she said, "I'm here." Tina, can you come through and talk to me and Brooke? Tracy's here too. JCPRT in the house. Me too. Can you come through and say something that Brooke and I will know? And Tracy? We do love you and miss you. We all will never forget all of our fun times. There's hope. That sounded like her too. Brooke, I keep hearing her voice.
Wendy.
Okay, Wendy's. What do you want us to know about Wendy's? Is it Wendy's or Wendy? Me. Okay, I heard it again, Brooke. That's it. Yep. I am so thankful to hear your voice, if that is you. Can you say something that we will know that will help us to recognize you? It's me. Barry. It said Barry again. Did you hear that? Do you have a message for Barry? Love you. We love you. Does anybody else want to come through for anybody in our chat with us?
Ultra.
You know, I could take it off by saying, BK, have it your way. You rule. Tell you what, we're going to step out real quick and we'll be right back with more on the gatherings. It's very active tonight, and it seems like it's just going to pick up even more in what time we got left. So we'll be right back right after this. You're with the gatherings right here on YouTube. You know, they are out there. The things that we can't explain. But that doesn't mean that we stop asking questions. On July 17th at 6 p.m., 606 Paranormal and Chris Lone Media will make yet another presentation at the Estill County Public Library. This is your chance for an evening of questions and experiences. There will be precautions taken. Some waivers may need to be signed, but you will have a chance to see the dolls and ask questions. These are some of the most haunted dolls ever assembled. Don't miss your chance to see the 2023 Haunted Doll Tour, July 17th at 6 p.m. at the Estill County Public Library. And we're back on the gatherings. The Spirit Box session continues by 606 Paranormal's Stacy Underwood Gullett. We'd like to remind you, if you want to reach out to someone, make sure to join up with a contact, which will be this Monday. Then after that, it goes to Sundays at 8 p.m. Was it, Stace?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So we are back into it. Let's see who comes through.
Tina, if you're out there, Brooke wants to know if you know she was there at the hospital. Can you come through and validate that for her?
More than a Windy.
Okay, I'm going to mute Mr. Wendy's.
Somebody get the goddamn cheeseburger.
Extra power.
Esther. They just said Esther something. Esther Power. Esther.
Yep.
Esther is here in the chat room with us. If Claude could come through. And Tina, you know you're always welcome to come through no matter what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Yes. Brooke, did you hear that? Yes, she knew that. Yes. There's Barry again.
He wants a damn junior bacon cheeseburger or something. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. He's reading my mind. I like to have a Frosty. I know that. What if you could come through for Esther? She's here.
I'm so hungry I could tear the jowls out of a dead rooster.
Jesus.
Dear Lord. That's hungry enough to beat the back end out of hard times.
Mm-hmm. Here? Here. Who is here? Is it somebody that we've asked for? Lane? Laney? Bob? Claude, can you come through? I'm in. I'm in. Tina, she says she loves you, and that helps her to get through this. And Stacia, you know you're always welcome to come through too. I ask for you all the time. Michelle. Hospital. You hear that whisper? If anybody else wants to come through, you may have a family member with us. They can hear you. Esther says she is here. You came through and said your name. Sure as the world, Esther. There it goes again. Tina. Sound like Deb. Do you have a message from her?
Whoa.
Something with that doll, you risk it. And anybody else want to come through? We want to thank everybody for coming through for us tonight. I heard Esther, your name being called several times, and then I heard I'm here. That's in a full name since it's Keith Brown. I don't know. There goes that lawyer guy.
Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
Yeah. They were out for us. Yeah, I did, Esther. I've heard your name a couple of times for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The truth helps.
New York.
There goes my Sims girl. Esther says, Daddy, that she does miss you.
Sprinkle lunch oil.
Help.
Angles and circles.
As we go to close up tonight, we want to thank you for coming through for us.
Yeah. Well, that being said, we will bring it to a close this evening. We're about out of time. But remember, the gatherings contact, the links are posted right there in the chat if you'd like to become a Patreon like Angela Oakes did tonight. She joined up. You will have access to the gatherings at $5 and above tier. For the first couple of episodes, all tiers will. But after that, it'll be the $5 and $10 tiers. And, this is really good right here, what Esther just said. I hope you're proud of me.
Absolutely. You know he is.
Tell me that I miss him.
Great person.
This is something right here that we will deal with a lot more on contact. The grief never, ever goes away. You just learn how to manage it. You learn how to deal with it.
Boy, that's the truth.
It's one of those things that you carry them with you. And I had somebody actually message me the other day and said, if I lose my grandma, what will I do? If I lose this person, what will I do? What you do is you move on. Slowly, you take the time, you cry, you grieve, and you take whatever time that you need. There is no set standard that says, well, we can grieve for 13 days and 13 nights. No, it's whatever you as an individual need to take. But make sure to surround yourself with people and do not isolate. Isolation is the worst thing you can do in a situation like that. I know, I tried it.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Surround yourself with people. I'll tell you the people that got me through mine. Trevor Huff, Ollie Little, Angie, Chris. There were a lot of people that got me through it. Stace. Of course, my daughter. Cody got me through so much of it. She was there, and so was Trevor, basically holding me up.
No doubt.
And we all need that. We all need a support system. We all need people. So you know what? And it doesn't have to be your parents. Trevor was not related to me by blood, but he was by spirit. Just like Tina and Brooke and Tina and Stace.
For the longest time, she was my whole support system.
Mm-hmm.
I was going through so much. And
she was the one.
Her and Debbie, I'm telling you, they were my best friends. I mean, they may be 10 years older than me, or
that
15.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, you're right.
I felt home when I was with them.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. And another thing, OQP, only quality people. Okay, you don't want shit stirrers. People are going to run out there and talk about you. You don't want this. You don't want that kind of thing in your life. That's a drama that nobody needs and nobody wants. And you don't want to be two-faced by putting up some kind of a front that you're something that you weren't when you wish you had been. You don't want to be that way. I mean, I won't have anything to do with people like that. Brooke says that you guys have great memories. That's something else I wanted to talk about. It's OQP, Barry. OQP, only quality people. These
Right.
shirts are on sale right now from 606 Paranormal, and you can get those.
Yeah,
Stace,
we
what's the
just bought
prices
them.
on these?
They're 27, and then if you want them shipped, they're like $5.95 for the shipping.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever I come in, I can always meet you guys with them if that be the case. But I tell you, we got ours in today. They delivered ours, and these are quality. These are so pretty,
They do look good, yeah.
and they even got it, on the doll tour ones. They have these on the background, and then like on ours, just like it has 606 Paranormal on it.
Mm-hmm.
And but
Leave it
they
to Lloyd to get the one with a clown.
yeah, but they looked really good.
I was going to say, I thought you had clown phobia. I know that there's a word for it, but I can't think of it right now.
She ordered that for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this. He can either take it or
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to have it somewhere on him.
he can wear his old ones that we've had forever and a day.
Hey, I'm rocking my old one,
That's right.
and I like
That's
it.
one of my favorite ones too. We've had those forever. I love them.
It is. It's very comfortable. It's very
They're well
comfortable.
worth the money. I mean, they wanted $42 for the first one they sent me, and I'm like, no. And I found another company, and they're like, we'll fix them for you. We'll take care of you guys at way under $30. I mean, yeah, because
Yes.
I've paid 40 for the ones that we had before.
Make sure to join up on Patreon. Like I said, the links are in the chat. You can join up. Just click the link, pick out a tier. But remember, after the first episode or two, $5 and $10 Patreon members will be having access to the gatherings and everything else under the sun. That also includes you'll get the first screenings of April. You'll get the first screenings of all of the documentaries that we do, all the films. And we are also thinking, and Stace and I have talked about this, we don't know just yet, but perhaps doing what we call hangout sessions once or twice a week, maybe. In addition to the gatherings, in addition to the contact. Now, the hangout session will just be all of us getting together and talking about what's going on in our lives, what's going on. And we want to hear from you too, because this is not about us, but we want you to get to know us, and we want to get to know you. And that'll be on Patreon too. And what happens is when you're in Patreon, you're going to get a link that's sent as a message to the YouTube channel or to the channel that we'll be broadcasting this on. And it's just for you. And don't get me wrong, if you got a husband or wife, that's fine. Kids that want to watch, that's fine. But I do have to say we get a little bit adulty sometimes with the
And
language.
especially with we're going to be doing these videos and some of these private, investigations and things. We're going to show you clips of and things. So you may want to.
You may hear Lloyd say more than "Oh God." So, and I'm going to be in the background there filming, and we're in the process of getting a couple of people to work the cameras, so I can be out there with Stace and Lloyd. So because it'll take both. Lloyd's a pretty good sized guy. It'll take both me and Stace to hold him back to keep him from running off, because chances are he'll have the keys. So it's so you ain't going nowhere. Get back here.
You're stuck.
Well, who was it that was? Oh, Zach Bagans. When he went off on that guy, you don't run. You face this thing down. You don't run. And that guy saying, "The hell I don't. I'm running." So, but
He never lived that down.
Now we will release those on YouTube, the investigations and things down the line just a bit. Patreon's going to get it first before anybody, anywhere. And you guys, as Patreon subscribers, will be able to see that. And you can expect, I'd say, the first one, probably, I'm going to guess August. And definitely we're going to have some in October. I mean, that's prime season. So join up with that if you can. So, yeah, Helen's like, yeah. And Esther, you are quite welcome.
Yes, sweetheart.
Esther, to answer your question, and we'll post that up there on the screen.
Let's see.
The gatherings will always be free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'd always be free.
The gatherings, what we're doing right now, will be free. Contact is so much more than the gatherings.
Yeah,
it's one-on-one. It's intense. It's personal. It's very personal and personable. Plus, you'll get access to the videos that we do and even the behind-the-scenes stuff. And there's going to be times on there that we'll probably go live. as we're doing things and just give you an idea of, hey, this is what's coming. Look at this place. Look at this place. And so, no, that will be a Patreon only thing. But in terms of the gatherings, as we make refinements, though, it is going to be refined, but it will be free. And we're not going to make it just on and off in 10 minutes. It's an hour tonight, and we're actually a little bit over that. But I understand there's a lot of questions, and we're fine with that. But that helps us pay for doing all this travel expenses and all this other stuff. So I can tell you right now, there ain't nobody getting rich off of it. But we're paying the bills, which is a big deal. And it allows us to keep going and doing what it is that we're doing. So the gatherings will be free, but contact is a Patreon only thing. And the hangout, if we decide to do that, that'll be a Patreon only thing, but it'll be at no extra charge to any Patreon member. It's just something that we want to do to get to know you guys a little better and things like that. With that being said, I hope that answers the question pretty well. Stace, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're going to close it out tonight, and we're going to close it out like we always do, wishing you God's peace, love, and light, and reminding you all, first off, thanks to Stace and Lloyd for all the work that they put into this. And we want to thank everybody. If you missed the video at the beginning, we're going to play it one more time, and then we'll go to the close. But we want to introduce the newest doll to 606 Paranormal. Guys, have a wonderful night. May God bless you. I love you guys. And stay mysterious. New York. It's a place that's well known all over the world. It's said that there's something for everyone in one of the largest cities in the world. It is a melting pot of all of the world's cultures in one place. Many people call it the city that never sleeps. It seems like there's always something to see or do, but just as it has its bright side, it also has a dark undercurrent that can make winter's breath itself feel a chill. We go to the Big Apple to discover the newest addition to the haunted doll collection of 606 Paranormal. But be warned, this is not for the faint of heart. You see, there's this collector, the macabre, that lives near the city, and decided to call upon 606 to take in a new resident, a troubled tenant that is very strange. The collector noted that since the doll had entered their collection, she would hear it whispering the word burn. It was then that she stated that in her mind, she began to see Agni as a voodoo priestess. That was when she said she had enough. Oh, she knew that what she had was far more than just another creepy doll. In fact, it was haunted. Very, very haunted. The collector had done research and discovered 606 Paranormal and their work with such curiosities and sent the doll to them. Arriving only a few days ago, Stacia Underwood Gullett opened the box, unwrapped its contents, and was taken aback by the energy the doll produced. This is Agni.